Okay, so today I'm going to make a little box card. It's not a box card, it's a box for putting little things in. I just made this prototype here because I thought it would be really easy to make, but I made a few boo-boos, and even on this one I had to piece it together to make it right. So I'll show what I've got inside it. So I use the Grow with Love set, and I stamped on it with this, and wow, this is a piece of thyme, but I haven't got thyme in these. I've got little celery seeds, buckwheat, and calendula. So these are from my garden and what I've dried. So it's just a little gift to go with this one. Today I will make one that you can use for Christmas, and I'm hoping that it's going to go okay, because you know how it is. You think you've got it all right, and then it, like the first one I did, I cut it instead of doing the scoring, so that had to go back to stage one again. So here we go. So it's just a nice little gift box you can give to someone for just a little gift. I don't know, something like that. So what I'm doing is today I've used the second largest and the third largest Everyday Arches dies. So I've cut the larger die with the, what did I do with the other one? Oh, here it is, with in black. It's not a traditional Christmas colour, but it looks quite nice because I am using the Modern Christmas DSP. Beautiful colours. Okay, so what I did was I scored 3 centimetres along the bottom. Now just get rid of that cutter blade before I start anything. And I'll just move that over a bit, it's not quite in the right place. So take that one there and this one here. Okie choky. So I chose to use glue on this because I had a bit of trouble with my runner tape again. I don't know what it is. Every time I haven't used it for a while, it just plays up. So I'm just creasing along those there. So I'm just going to go and glue here now, and I'm going to push these 2 bits together. So in a way the glue is quite good with this, because once you put it on you can just sort of wriggle it around a little bit just to fit in there so it's even. Yeah, my printer's updating or something, I don't know what's happening with that. Okay, and then what we do next, we'll put these second bits on. So I'm not going to be able to use that whole thing there because I just want to use part of it. So I'm going to cut a little bit off. I'll just measure to see how much I need to take off. Oops. So I'm just going to take 2.7. So take 2.7 off this. And 2.7 off the other one. Now I've shifted my stamp pads around, so we've got a bit more room to do video tonight, so we'll see how that goes. And I'm going to glue this on. I'm just going to check that it's the right size. Yes it is. So glue this one on. You can see that Christmas tree design's on the back. This is one of the most beautiful sets I've seen, and it's not traditional Christmas colours. So it just shows you that you can just use whatever you like, really, and just make it your own. Push it down there and just slightly silver it over a little bit. There we go. That side, and on the other side here. So I've put a mark in the middle of my paper there so I can see that I'm in the right place. I'm just going to hold it up to the light. Just move that over a teeny bit. Oops. So one good thing about glue is that you can move it. And what I'm going to do is put some holes at the top here, just so that even in the same place. So I'm using my hole punch, I don't know what we call this, pliers, hole punch or whatever, and just get it in the middle as much as you can. Just might pull it back a little bit. Look, there we go. Oh, that was quite hard. Yeah. Right, so now we're just going to leave that to the side, and we're going to start doing the box bit in the middle, so you've got something to put it into. So I've made this because my my box size is 9 by 3. That's what I'm going to do here. I've just done a calculation. So I did the sides, which are 5 centimeters each, and the bottom is 3. So that's 13. And then this bit across here is 9 centimeters, and then we do 5 on each side of that. So it should measure up to 19. See there, okay. So what I'm going to do next, this is where I got myself stuck because I scored in the wrong place. So I'm just thinking I've got to do 5 centimeters. So I'm just going to do it on this side. Just move it over a bit. 5 centimeters going down there. And then there should be 3 in the middle. 5 and 3 is 8. 8 and 5 is 13. So from 5 add 3, so it should be 8. And then I'll just measure it on the other side because I am not convinced that I've got it right, but it is. Thank you very much. Yes, I've got it right. So now I'm going to do the 5 centimeters from the side. Just score up there and turn it around and do 5 centimeters from the other side. Okay, right, do I do now? All right, so I need to cut 1 centimetre, so I have a little bit of fold line, and I need to get my blade over top of the score line here, just so we don't cut off too much. I did it on that end, and then on this end we just put the score line at 1 and move it down to the score line going across at 5 centimetres and push it up. Then we turn it around and do the same to the other side. I'm hoping it's going to be right. So about 1 there, and see where your score line is at 5 centimetres. I just push it along a little bit and go up and move your card over to the other side. And I'm just trying to see where the score line is. So it's about there. And get to the 5 centimetre stage on that long roller and go up. So if we've done it all right, we're going to be able to just fold up now. So no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along here. Now I've done a little bit of a cut into the side there, but that's not going to matter because it's going to be inside the actual casing. And on this side too. And I'm just going to cut right up to the score line there. We're going to fold. Oof. It's quite thick, this card. Just fold and burnish with your bone folder. And this one too. Go across. Here. Right, so just before we glue this all together, I'm just going to snip a miter out of the side of here, just so it folds in a little bit more neatly, just a tiny bit, so it doesn't make the underside part stick out too much. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is put this into here. Right, so I'm just going to glue it in the middle here. Go. And place it in the center. Ooh, this is quite hard, this bit. Lock it in the middle. So what I'm going to do is just bring those two sides up just to make sure I've got it in the right place. So I'm just going to push this in here. Just make sure it's all glued down. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is glue the sides in. I'm just going to move that over a teeny bit because it looks like it's slightly bigger than the other side. Here we go. Okay, and I'm going to glue this bit here down. So just fold it back a bit, glue it in. So if you don't ever want to have your glue oozing out, because sometimes it does when you are going near the edge, what you can do is just to leave it for a minute or so, and it will get tacky and it won't be so oozy, and then it will be less likely to go over the edge. Oops. Oops. Let's put a bit along here. Push that up. Oh, I didn't need that on there. I'll wipe that off. It's going to make it sticky. Now I've got one of those glue erasers. I can do something with that later on, maybe. And the next part is I'm going to put glue on these little bits here. So we'll do one side first and then we'll do the other side. Put it in there. You might have to hold it for a little bit just to make sure it's stuck properly. Tell you what, I'm going to put it down this way and just push it from the bottom and from the sides, and just wait until it's stuck a bit better. Oh, I forgot to do something. Okay, I'll sort that out. I'll just get my little stylus here. So I'm supposed to be making a sort of a crease mark down the middle here, just so that when it's squishing together it doesn't bend funny. So I'm just going to go in here. Right, where will I go? Will I dodge? This will fit in there. No, that won't fit in there. Okay, I'll do my best with this. So, so it's 3.5, 3 there, and so I'm just going to make a mark. 1.5. Just go down there. I'll just make another mark down here as well. Just shows you need to think about what you're doing. Not going to work very well. Anyway, I can see where the mark is. I'm just going to crease it in. And it's kind of naturally gone into the corners there. You can see that. Just press it a little bit harder. That's it. And maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe it works just as good without. So I'm just going to put, measure it in here. And then just crease it down to the corners. And then it might just do it naturally when you push it in. Okay, so we are going to put glue on the outside here, just on this side. fold it up and try not to get the glue on everything that you're folding into, and just push it into the middle. Oh, there we go. It's getting a bit tacky. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it in there. I'm just going to hold it for a bit till it's sticking quite well. I'm just going to push that out a little bit. Might just have to leave that. Okay, and then I'm going to get that stylus back again and have a go at putting it in the middle here. Just put a little bit of a line and see where it's creasing there. Ah, there we go, it's better. And just fold it in a bit. I'm just going to push it down a little bit further, because I found when I tried to tie it at the top, it sort of bulged out a bit. Alright, so we're getting to the point where we're going to put our decoration on it now. So I've cut out one of the Christmas trees from the Modern Christmas DSP, and I'm going to lay it in there, and I'm going to put a little message across here, which is from the Jolly delivery set. I'm going to use this Merry Christmas and Happy Wishes. So I'm going to do it with, I'm just going to see how big it is. I might be able to use one of these little pieces here. I'm just going to find where it is first. Here it is. See if it will fit. Yep, fits exactly on there. So get it up there. Get my Versamark. And I've got my machine already plugged in. And onto here. I might just put it up a bit further. So I might just do that again in case I've, oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to use the embossing buddy. So this has just got that powdery on here. The only thing with the black is that the powder will show up a little bit. So you're just going to have to wait for it to dry and then kind of rub it off a little bit. So I'm going to put it as far up as I can. It's just going to be a little message. And get my gold embossing. I do gold or I do white. I might just do gold. Okay, here we go. So I'm just going to pour it onto here. Let's see how it went. Oops, there's a little bit of a thing there. Must have moved it. Oh no, it might have been actually part of the, it is part of the decoration. Right. So what I'm going to do is just have a good look at it and just swish it off with the brush, the little dotty bits that have come around here. There we go. And there. Heat gun on to heat and find my reverse tweezers. Got them out before, and now we're going to powder emboss this. It's just starting now. You can see there it's coming out all shiny. There we go. I'll just leave that there to dry. Turn that off. All right. So I'm just going to wait and see. While it's drying, I'm just going to tip my gold embossing powder back into the container. Get my thing. I'm not sure why it's sticking on there. It's probably the static. So, put that back where I found it. And the lid goes on. Okay. So now I'm just going to size up what I've done here. To see how it all fit on with the Christmas tree there. So, yep, I'm just going to cut that a little bit closer. I might see if I can get a good view for you. See what it looks like when it's done. It's pretty cool, eh? This is one of the first things that really got me into stamping was the heat embossing. It was just so cool. There we go. So it's just a little message, and that's all you need on a box. So I'm just going to put it down there and just move this around. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of this here. It's funny when you're looking in the back of the video there, it looks like it's in a different position. So you have to move further to, well, I'm moving further to the left just to get the whole thing in. Might be actually because I forget what you call that thing that holds the camera. It's a little bit wonky. Okay, so we're just putting that in there. I'm just going to move that down because I just want to get this Christmas tree in straight. And then we will put dimensionals on that? Yeah, why not? So I'm just going to see how big. Yeah, they will work. Actually, I'm going to cut them down if I can find the scissors. Here we go. There. Oops. One there. And one there. So I might just put 3 on. I know it's a bit over the top. It'll make it look a bit better. What's happening here? I took the paper off with the dimensional. Right, there we go. Ooh. Sticking all over the place. And here we go. and just center it there. And that is our box finish. Now we need to just finish it off. And I've got the new black and white and gold baker's twine. So I think I could use either of these really. Or I could use, let me see what looks best. Maybe that one. No. Or we could just use white. Let me see. Alright. That would go with that. Maybe I'll just try it out. Now I'm going to see if I can get I should have unwound it so I can find out where the edge of it is. Is it there? No. Oh. Note to self is to find out where the end of it is before you start. So let's do the white. Okay, so I'm just measuring about, let's see, about 26 centimeters. And just cut it on a slant so it's less likely to unwind, and just thread through here like this, so you can put something nice in there. Now I just thought, because I was doing these tags the other day, that maybe some of them will fit in there. Nope, they won't. So just give me a second, I'll look in the fridge. Right, so we've got some peanut slabs, mini peanut slab and mini creamy milk. So you can just put them in there. Just a little snack thing for Christmas, and then tie it all off. Just a lovely little gift, not too much, not over the top, just something for somebody that has helped you, and you just repay them for their kindness. There we go. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, I think it was a very nice box there. So I'll tell you again what I use with this. I've used the Modern Christmas DSP. I've used black card and the Everyday Arches dies. I've also used the layered circles. With the layered circles comes in with a scalloped edge one as well. So I'll just put that on there. There we go. Looks good. So now we have two cool looking boxes. There we go. Lovely. Right, give it a try. See, you could use, when I originally saw this, I saw them using the banner dies. So they might have been a little bit taller maybe, but this is fine for, you know, a couple of chockies and stuff like that, or a gift card of some kind. That'd be cool. All right, there we go. Okay, we'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you. Bye.